In one of the previous slides, we saw an example of the console log and the operator command to display the running work. Each displayed unit of work is running in a separate address space. In this slide, we can see an example of the type of messages generated when work starts, as well as how identifying numbers are assigned based on the type of work that it is. We can see the TSO logon for GATOM2 and the message indicating that the session has started. The identifier in this case is TSU05577. We can also see the task SMF dump starting and being assigned the identifier STC05578. In these cases, we can see that the two units of work are a TSO user and a started task. The relevance of these identifiers is that when messages are issued to the system console pertaining to a particular unit of work, the work responsible for the message is displayed along with it, so we can readily identify what the message is related to. In this slide, we can see that GATOM2 has become active as an operator, and then we can see the command that was entered from that TSO user ID. This allows us to be able to track the origin of the commands and messages so that there is no anonymity. This set of displays illustrates what was shown at the system console when I entered the display active command. So becoming active as an operator indicates that I was interacting as a console at that time. Another point to note is that all work is ultimately defined through the use of Job Control Language, or JCL, which we will discuss in a later module to give you some insight into the coding requirements. At the present, though, we can assume that JCL is a simple scripting language that allows us to identify the unit of work, indicate which program is to be run, and which files the program is going to use. By providing all this information, the program can be run without any external intervention. In other words, no one has to provide any additional information for this unit of work to run. Started tasks are those that are explicitly started by an operator command at the system's console. The system's console is a monitor that receives continuous output from the ZOS system with messages indicating what is taking place and provides a way of entering specific commands to display information or to act on the running work. One of the commands that can be executed is the start command, which causes ZOS to read the named work from a procedure library. Once this is located, ZOS will begin running the work. A TSO user is created during the logon process. TSO represents a unit of work that is started by the start command. Once it is running, then it is capable of interfacing with the telecommunications system to accept users logging in. A user logging in will result in an address space being created for that user, after which point they will be connected to the TSO address space and can interface in real time with the ZOS system. Batch work is work that is considered running in the background. Many people are initially confused at the concept of batch work because most of our experience is associated with using a system directly. On our laptops, we directly interface with the keyboard, starting up programs, browsing the web, and doing whatever it is that we choose. However, frequently we may have to run programs that can take a long time to run. When we do something like that on our laptops, for example, a long download, we can still go and do other processing. In the mainframe environment, there are many large numbers of this type of work, ranging from simple file transfers to large accounting jobs, to payroll, to inventory management, etc. Batch processing is normally used when there are large numbers of updates or processes that have to be done such that it isn't practical to have an individual trying to do it. For example, let's say we collect daily inventory data from a bunch of retail stores. These get transferred and represent thousands of transactions. These can then be batched together to run against a master database. Other examples can include everything from producing bills for customers to calculating interest on all the accounts within a bank. Another role for batch processing derives from its original role, which was unattended operations. In other words, we don't want to have to be there to run the work, so we can submit it and let the work run whenever it can.